Hey y'all, hey ladies, how y'all doing? This is your girl Faye with the Faye and Cedar Show, Mommy Corner Mondays. Hope you guys have been having a great week so far, and I hope your weekend was great, and I hope this upcoming weekend is going to be fantastic. I hope you guys can hear me. It's pretty windy out here today. I wanted to record outside because it's just so beautiful. I tried in the car and it's just way too hot. And I just couldn't get a great angle. Anywho, I really want to talk about this today, and I'm gonna try to keep the video, for Ceda's sake, between 5 and 8 minutes, because she said after 10 minutes it's just you have to split it up. So anywho, I really want to talk about this. Okay, and this is where I'm probably going to lose a lot of people, not lose a lot of followers. I don't want to say that. There's going to be some people that disagree with me, and that's okay. That's fine. And we can have a discussion about this. But I want to talk about the realities of motherhood and us mothers getting offended by things when it comes to motherhood. Okay. And what I mean by this is I've seen some stuff lately, when someone goes, I don't want kids. Nope, that's not for me. I dodged motherhood altogether. I'm happy being single and traveling the world and do what I want to do, whenever I want to do it, how I want to do it. And it's always somebody, one of us as mothers coming in like, I enjoy motherhood. Motherhood is awesome. What do you mean? Oh, that's fine. That's you. But, I love being a mother. It gives me purpose and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. We always do that. And we tell on ourselves when we do that. We don't need to do that. We don't need to tell someone that wants to forego motherhood. Like, it's like we're seeking some type of validation for our choices. Just like sometimes the childless, sometimes they tend to do that too. They tend to butt into motherhood conversations, which of course also doesn't make sense. It's like, why would this conversation even interest you as somebody who's not even a mother? Like, why do you need to input, I'm childless and I'm doing me? That's cool too. But anyway, I want to concentrate on us and why we need to stop getting offended. Of course, there's tone that involves. I understand that. And I'm not talking about the people who have, who uses dehumanizing words with us, such as, we're breeders, and saying stuff like hell spawns. Now, I understand that some of our friends might say that, and they're joking, okay? But there's also people we don't know well, and they call our kids hell spawns, and you're trying to figure out if they're really joking or they're being serious. And it's valid out there. There's some people that genuinely hate kids, like, out there. And of course, I don't know why would we be friends with them. I'm not saying we were friends with them, but there's some people who genuinely hate kids. They don't like them, okay? And I understand you're trying to figure out if they really hate kids or they're really, they're joking when they call them hell spawns. Either way, I don't really care for it, but because my friends, most of my friends, very few of them, don't have kids, and I love them because they're usually more willing to babysit. But most of my friends are mothers, and we're not going to use terminology like that for the most part. Again, I hope you can hear me. I'm like I'm kind of like by a parking lot a little bit. Anyway, so I want to talk about this. We have to talk about the realities of motherhood. And I'm not saying, this saying, we can do it all. We can do it all. We can still do the same things, but we have to do it differently. Let's put it that way. We have to do it differently. To make it seem like we could just do it all and just do whatever when we have kids is very disingenuous and disingenuous. It's dishonest, and it's very dangerous. And I say it's dangerous because you have whole secret Facebook groups, you have articles, and you have these chats on these different online forums where you have mothers who hate being the mothers. They regret having children, and a lot does have a lot to do with society and this pressure for women to become mothers. But it's also, I feel like some of us kind of sugarcoat motherhood a little bit. They look at us and they look at some of the stuff we say, and it's just I feel like some of us aren't being real. We are not. I'm trying to get my thoughts together because I really wanted to talk about this topic. And I have so many things going through my head right now. I just want to say it, want to make sure it makes sense. But, you know, like, you know, for realities of motherhood, for, you know, again, we sugar, and I'm not saying, like I said, you can't do it all and stuff like that, but you have to do it within reason. For example, you know, before my daughter, you know, when my husband and I, well, he wasn't even my husband at the time, but when we were together and we were stationed down in Alabama and it was just us, you know, we would spontaneously go down to Florida for a weekend, you know, because there was nothing to do where we were at in Alabama, and Florida, the Florida state line was literally maybe about 45 minutes away. That's Florida state line. You know, we had Destin, we had Pensacola, we had Panama City, so, you know, we could go down to the beach. And at the time, it was just us. We didn't work weekends, so we spontaneously like, let's go down to Panama City this weekend. And so we'll book a quick, you know, hotel trip, or sometimes we wouldn't even do that, you know what I mean? It was like, let's just go down there and we'll figure it out. You can't do that when you're a mom. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I say this whole we can do it all, whenever, whatever. It's stop lying. Stop lying. We know we cannot. We can do it, but now there's planning involved. And it depends on how old your children are, how many children you have. Some mom of 3 will plan her trip a little bit differently than a mom of 1, such as myself. That's just the reality, you know. You know, that being said, I'm going to go on to my next point, is as far as it depends on where you are in motherhood. You know, such as, okay, motherhood is always going to be exhausting, you know, whether your child is 2 or 21. Because the 21-year-old, you're more so worried, which can be exhausting. Or usually 21, they're in college. So, again, exhausting. Because you might be busting your butt making sure they have money for the next semester. I don't know. I'm not there yet. But, like, you know, for example, you know, one of my followers, you guys might just have had a baby. Right now, motherhood is very exhausting. You don't even want to think, especially if it's your first child, you don't even want to think about having another child right now. You don't. You know, for me, motherhood is different now, because I'm at a different stage of motherhood. My daughter is 6. I'm not saying it's not exhausting, because it's still a 6-year-old, still different from a 16-year-old. I'm saying I'm not getting up every 2 to 3 hours like I was nursing her and changing diapers. You know, my 6-year-old is sleeping during the night. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? She's a little bit more self-sufficient. She can get up and make her own bowl of cereal, you know? So, again, right, you know, there's different stages of motherhood and where we're at and how we feel. You know, stuff like that. You know, also, too, you know, for me, and this is where, you know, we're going to have the disagreement, you know, it also depends on your circumstances involving motherhood. Someone right now that is a young mother who, let's say they're like not barely even legal, let's say they're 20, they're a young mom. So they're probably trying to finish up school, their BA, their bachelor's, and that's exhausting because they're probably trying to find a babysitter, you know, finishing classes, and their classes they might have to take at night because if they're a mom, they're clearly working, you know. More than likely a young mother's probably not married. She's very lucky if she is married. You know, so that's completely different. Somebody as a young mother probably not really enjoying motherhood if they're in a situation where they're working and trying to balance school and especially if they don't have a support system. Someone like me, let's say I did have another child, I am in my 30s, I'm more established, I am, you know, I'm provided for because I am under the protection of marriage. I already have my degree. Not only do I have my degree, I have things under my resume because I've lived longer and I have so many different type of skill sets. Motherhood is going to be a little bit more lenient, maybe more relaxed than somebody that is younger and don't have a support system. It's different, you know, so it's different. So, you know, when we say have it all and motherhood doesn't stop you, and I understand that that's like a support, that's like a almost a encouragement, and I get that, and I'm all for that. But to kind of just make it seem like you can just have a baby and it continue going on with how your life was before, I have an issue with us doing that. And I'm seeing a lot of that, and I think a lot of women get trapped in that. And again, I read these articles that come out once a week about how people, women are regretting it, or women are just like, oh my God, like for me, I'm in a situation where I am a little bit more financially stable. I could afford to have another kid. We did the math. We could, but I don't want to because I know where I'm at as a limit as a person. Mental health is just as important as being financially stable and having kids. I don't feel like I'm cut out for that. I know some people would disagree, but that's just me. And when I sometimes I go back, and don't get me wrong, I definitely like I wonder if I had another child, we kind of planned it that way that we would before we got married, because we definitely talked about it, and this is where family planning comes into play. I talked about that in one of my other videos about family planning. It just was never the right time. He was in the military, and he kept changing his mind about his career. He was thinking about getting out, then he was thinking about staying in, but having a different MLS. It was never the right time, and then it just kind of didn't happen. I mean, I wasn't even on birth control, you know what I mean? So it just didn't happen. So, and when I think about it, I'm going to be, making big trips for the next couple years. We're thinking about, moving, that's money, because, we're no longer military, so it's not like the government's going to be paying for that move. That's all out of our pockets. Shipping a car, doing this, doing that. His career, he has more of a leeway about what he wants to do, because when he has one child, he doesn't have 2 or 3 children where he has to think about concerning his new job and stuff like that. So we kind of can we have things that we can play with. Also too, I'll be in Europe in the next couple weeks, and not saying I couldn't do it, but it will be harder with 2. And it'd definitely be harder, let's say, if I had like a toddler or a baby versus just maybe let's say if I had a 6 and 5-year-old, it's still different, even though it's harder. But if I had a baby and a 6-year-old, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to be able to put all my mental health, my money, my resources into one child. And this is why this is why I enjoy motherhood, because I made the decision that motherhood is great for me at 1. Some people, like, my sister, she wants to have at least 3. Motherhood is good for her at 3. I can see her with 3. That's not me. And again, she's, she's still, even though she still wants 3, she still wants it. She's still very honest about motherhood. It can be rough and hard. But, it is what it is. But I just wanted to, where we at? Oh, we're 12 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and say, I'm not trying to say scare people into not having kids and stuff like that. Because trust me, whoever don't want to have kids, they ain't having no kids. Whoever's indecisive, you could just be honest about it. But I just think as mothers, we have to stop getting offended when someone jump in and go, I don't want kids, or X, Y, Z about motherhood, because it is what it is, and it's not cut out for everybody. Like some of us can have 6 or 7, be completely fine. Some of us have 1, like myself, and then there's others like, I don't want to do any of that, and that's okay. So anyway, I just want to talk about us just being honest about the realities, and just do you, do us. Once again, this is your girl Faye on the Corner Mondays, the Faye and Cedar Show. Y'all have a good week.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.